Do you want to take your sex life from, it's all right, to, all right, this is pretty good. It's definitely getting better. Let's talk. Hey guys, I'm Stephanie Ganowski, sexologist and sex coach for men. And in this video, I'm going to give you 3 ways how you can take your sex life from, it's all right, it's just okay, to, okay, this is getting good. So my first tip to you is start spending more time with your partner as a couple together, one-on-one, outside of sex. This is gonna really build your bond, your trust levels, your comfort with each other. You'll have more memories together, right? You'll have this kind of like, I know you, like you got me. You know, it's kind of like that, I'm checking you out, I'm checking you out. If you know that movie, you're awesome. It's that, hey, like we're in this together. I'm comfortable with you. You're comfortable with me. We're doing life together and we're enjoying it. It's that feeling, right? Because when you have that feeling, because you have so many experiences together and they're mostly pleasant experiences, and you actually want to be together, like you enjoy each other's company, that's only going to make having conversations about sex easier and easier. And the more you talk about sex, the more you tend to have it. It's all in the conversation. So a lot of people think you just got to go straight into doing it more, when really you have to understand who you both are as people and what makes you enjoy each other's company so much so that you're so comfortable getting to the point of talking about sex and then having more and more sex where you're able to explore in different ways. And I know there's a lot of you that are gonna say, oh, I don't have the time, I'm super busy, then she's tired, we got the kids. It's not about these grand gestures. It's about the day-to-day. It's how are you connecting when you walk past each other in the house, right? Is there like a little smile? Is there a tickle? Is there some form of connection in those day-to-day experiences? And that's where that comfort is truly built. If you're day-to-day, you're absent from each other and you're distant and you're not paying attention to each other, and then you expect to all of a sudden have great, amazing sex in bed, that's not gonna happen. Connect with each other as a couple outside of the bedroom and be mindful of those little day-to-day interactions. The second tip I have for you to take your sex life from to, okay, this is getting good, is asking deeper questions, okay? So if you were to ask the question, how do you feel about our sex life? How do you feel about us as a couple right now? Are you happy? Are you wishing we did something more than we do? Are you wishing we did something that we never do? Diving into this area of being curious, like truly curious about what your partner thinks right now, and then you sharing back. You know, to have these conversations is to show that you actually care about where the person's at. You could put your ego aside and show that, hey, I want to know the truth so that I know exactly where we stand. Because that's not only going to show your partner you care, it's also going to give you a lot of confidence in your relationship. If you know exactly what's working, what would make it better, what's not working, that helps you feel more confident as the man in the relationship. It helps her feel more confident. You're more confident as a couple, and you have more fun together. You have more good experiences when you can be open like this and show each other like, hey, I care what you really think, and let's make adjustments along the way when needed. That feels so good. So don't be afraid to ask questions, to dive a little deeper, you know, or to even randomly be like, babe, hey, I never asked you about this before. You know, we've been married 20 years, but I never asked you what your favorite, I don't know, travel experience was. I don't even know your favorite color. Do you have a favorite color? You know, like make it funny. Like it could be funny and lighthearted, but just showing that you want to know things about each other and that you could still learn even 20 years later. There's something about that that's like, wow, like you care about me. And this point actually goes right into the third one, which is show more vulnerability. You know, don't be afraid to ask questions like I said, how are you feeling about our sex life? Are you satisfied or are you not? That's a vulnerable question. You have to put yourself out there. You have to be brave to ask that question. You know, a lot of men want to show that they're brave, but they don't want to show that they're scared, or they don't want to ever feel scared. When you can't be brave unless you're first afraid, right? That's what makes it brave. That's what makes you being brave, is you have a fear, but you go through with it anyway, and you face that fear. And sometimes in relationships, you want to say things to your partner like, I'm sorry, I haven't been getting erections. Like I've been so stressed at work lately. It's just like, there's a lot going on. There's a lot that I have to manage. There's a lot of weight on my shoulders, it feels like. And I'm honestly stressed. So when it gets to the point of sex, I'm having a little trouble right now, but I just want you to know where I'm at and where that's coming from. You might feel weak saying that, but think of how much pressure that will take off you and how much pressure it will take off her. Because now she actually understands what's really going on with you. And that's a great example of vulnerability. A lot of men today think that vulnerability means like just sitting there crying and venting to your woman. That's not what vulnerability is. It means just be honest. Like just be upfront with what you're going through. If she asks you a question, don't be afraid to show that you have some emotion, like don't be afraid to if she's pouring her heart out to you and she's really worried about something and you're scared for her, like it's okay if you're tearing up. It shows how much you love her. If your woman's making you feel uneasy in your relationship for whatever reason, you can say, I've been feeling a lot of anxiety because I feel like you're giving me mixed signals and it's confusing. So yeah, I'm experiencing some anxiety lately and I would love to talk to you about this so that I'm not feeling this way anymore. That doesn't mean you're weak and pathetic. It means, hey, I'm feeling a certain way. I don't want to feel this way anymore. So let's talk about it so that we could both feel good. If you're feeling disconnected from your woman and you're feeling like you're starting to look around at other women, don't be afraid to tell your woman, babe, I've been feeling really disconnected from you lately and I want to work on this because I don't want to feel tempted by women outside of our relationship. So what can we do to work on this? And that may not be always taken the right way if you don't have a partner who's mature and secure enough to handle that truthfulness, but the truth will always come out in some form. So you might as well put it out there when you're in control of it and when you can lead the conversation around it. And this doesn't always have to do with like issues. Maybe you write her a card one day and you're just like, I'm so proud of you. I adore you. You are the love of my life. And I love that. I love when you do this. I love how you do this and how you do, like you're actually expressing specific things and sharing from the heart how you feel about her. That's going to tap into her emotional side to the point where she's like, wow, like I feel so loved. Just as you strengthen your bond in those loving ways, as I mentioned also, you want to do it when you're fearful of things, like, because that's going to strengthen your bond as well. When you can have these hard, meaningful conversations, you grow into this place of depth and actually gets you to that place of craving intimacy because you're there in every other possible way, right? So it kind of leads into sex. It just kind of becomes sex, but you have to put in the steps to get there. And this is something most of our society doesn't really teach us. So the 3 steps to recap to take your sex from meh to this is getting good are spend more time together as a couple outside of sex, really get to know each other, pay attention to those day-to-day small interactions. Number 2, ask deeper questions. Ask your partner things. Like, don't be afraid to just randomly be like, hey, I realize I never asked you this, or I'm curious about this. It could be random. Just go for it. Get past the surface level. How was your day? Get past that. You're better than that. And then thirdly, vulnerability. Remember that vulnerability doesn't mean just crying randomly and being an emotional man who can't control himself. Vulnerability is being truthful, it's being honest, it's having that thought that you feel so strongly about and actually sharing it. Finding the words to share it because you know it's important for you and for your partner and your relationship. It might feel scary, but you're gonna say it anyway because you know how important it is. And that's what's gonna make you feel brave. That's what's gonna make you feel courageous. And the more of those courageous, brave moments you have in your relationship, the more confidence you will have and the more you will connect with your partner or disconnect and find someone better to connect with. That's really how it works. So if you would like one-on-one coaching support from me, you can apply in the link of the description of this episode. I will see you in the next video.